Hello everyone on Radio Khaji 90.4 FM Hum Sabka Radio. I am fashion designer Astha Kiran and fashion faculty of PG Fashion Design and Management Department, Ranchi University, Ranchi. Today I am going to discuss one of the topic of world costume. This is the topic of second semester. Before starting with the concept of fashion theories and fashion system model, I want to ask you what is theory and what is fashion? Theory is an organized set of concepts, explanations, and principles of some aspects of human experience. Theories also provide a way to challenge existing cultural life to generate new ways of living. And now, when we talk about fashion and what is fashion, we must understand it in simple words. Fashion is the form of clothing and accessories. It can be used by everyone and related to culture. And about the fashion theories, I must say that it takes the definition of fashion as the cultural construction of the embodied identity. Fashion theory provides a vital contribution to the following discipline like cultural studies, art history, literary criticism, anthropology, fashion history, media studies, gender studies, folkloric studies, and sociology. Now coming to the point that how art history affects fashion theory. Actually, the history of dress and fashion can be described as the analysis and interpretation of human dress and appearance from the prehistory until the intermediate past. Researchers use visual records like paintings, drawing, engravings, sculptures, photographs, and many more motion pictures to draw conclusion about the dress history. Later on, many historians and book authors adopted the word costume to refer the dress history. Now I am discussing anthropological perspective on clothing, fashion and culture. The discipline of anthropology has a broad scope because it investigates humankind comparatively across time and space and in relationship to other species. Dress along with cloth textures and adornment has been an important part of the study of material culture in anthropology since the early times of the discipline when the focus was on cross culture variation and the relationship between different parts of culture and their changes. Anthropologists have taken a growing interest in studying dress from several angles, including as an aspect of material culture, an object of consumption and desire, as fashion, and also as a commodity in global circuits of garment production. But this is also very true that globalization does not produce uniformity in dress practice, even though people across the world wear many of the same garments and accessories. For example, jeans are present in all countries of the world and worn widely everywhere, but there are national differences. In Brazil, where jeans are worn as a part of everyday clothing, but in India, jeans are less widespread. Urban women, men of better means, and young people wear jeans as fashion garment. When we study about fashion theories and world fashion costume, we must go through the gender studies also. In this topic, we will know about gender identity and expression as they pertain to fashion. Fashion provides a fantastic, easily accessible opportunity for one to experiment with the boundaries of gender and play with the traditional roles of masculine and femininity. Now, here we come to the point of media studies in fashion theory. Fashion media encompasses fashion content published through various media outlets. Fashion media is a growing statement of the fashion industry that focus on creating content that influence consumer behavior through web or print media. Nowadays, digital media is transforming the world and projecting fashion garments to magazines, televisions, and many other social media platforms. They are playing the key role to understand fashion theories and its concepts. Now, talking about folkloric studies and sociological influences is also very important to understand fashion theories. Now, coming to the different fashion system model, I would like to define fashion as change maker of society in context with time, places, and wearers. Fashion involves change, novelty, and the context of time, places, and wearer. According to Bloomer, he describes fashion influence as a process of collective selection whereby the formation of taste derives from a group of people responding collectively to the feeling or spirit of the times. The simultaneous introduction and display of many new styles, the selection made by the innovative consumers, and the notion of the expression of the spirit of the time provides impetus for fashion. Central to any definition of fashion is the relationship between the designed product and how it is distributed and consumed. Here I am going to discuss about fashion system model. The study of fashion in 20th fashion century has been framed in terms of a fashion system model with a distinct center from which innovations and modifications radiate outwards. Designers work from the premise of one look, one image for all, with rules about hem length and what to wear with what. In this model, the fashion consuming public develops from an innovative central core surrounded by respective brands and fashion consumers radiating outwards from the center. Now, I am talking about populist model. It is an alternative model to the fashion system model in the populist model. This model is characterized as polycentric, where groups based upon differences of age, socio-economic status, location, and culture create their own fashion. Such groups might include teenagers in a certain school or senior citizens in a retirement community. According to Polymus, style tribes as a distinct cultural segment that generates a distinctive style of dress and decoration. Such style tribes may create their own looks from combining existing garments, creating their own custom colors by tie-dyeing or printing, mixing and matching from previously worn and recycled clothing available in thrift shops and vintage markets. They are not so concerned with one style of dressing as with expressing themselves through their in an element of conformity that derives from the processes used and the resulting social behavior. In this lecture, I described the concept of fashion, contribution of fashion in our lifestyle, theories of fashion, and fashion system model. There is a book, Fashion Theory, that is edited by Malcolm Bernard. I must refer you all to go through it for more explanatory studies. Fashion theory involves change, novelty, and the context of time, place, and wearer. Students can make notes on important points discussed in this topic. Thanks and take care.